Mr. Speaker, I rise to recognize a few of my distinguished colleagues on the House Committee on Agriculture. These colleagues have been invaluable teammates in our fight for America's farmers and ranchers, but there are also colleagues who will be moving on to other adventures next year. First, a gentleman from Missouri, Mark Alford, representing the 4th District, a former news anchor and now the host of Alford's America radio show. Congressman Alford is a megaphone for Missouri's #1 industry, agriculture. I was fortunate enough to visit the Missouri State Fair with Mr. Alford last year, and I know he will continue to be a fighter for America's farmers and ranchers. Next, Congresswoman Lori Chavez DeRemer from Oregon's 5th District. Congresswoman Chavez DeRemer graciously hosted the Agriculture Committee in her district for one of our Farm Bill listening sessions, which provided us with critical producer input crucial to drafting of the committee's Farm Bill. Tapped by President Trump to serve as the next Secretary of Labor, I know she will do great things, and I wish Congresswoman Chavez DeRemer the very best. Congressman John Duarte brought his firsthand experience as a California farmer to our committee in a pivotal year for our nation's farmers and ranchers. In what some have called a perfect poster child for the regulatory issues we need fixed. Mr. Duarte came in the crosshairs of Obama administration's regulatory state due to the overreaching waters of the United States definition. In a way only possible in America, Mr. Duarte ultimately earned a spot in Congress and a seat on the Agriculture Committee, where he was able to vote to rescind the Biden administration's flawed WOTUS rule. We'll miss having him on our committee, and I wish him the best. Next, Congressman Max Miller has been a real fighter for Ohio's agricultural industry. During his time on the committee, we've traveled to listening sessions together. I've joined his Agriculture Advisory Board calls, and he has been a constant champion for our producers, and he even became a father. And as he leaves the Agriculture Committee, I know Mr. Miller will continue to advocate for the Buckeye State's farmers through his work on Ways and Means. From upstate New York's 19th District, Congressman Mark Molinaro immediately brought a unique perspective to the Agriculture Committee. Too often the halls of Congress seem stuck in the ways of the past, but Mr. Molinaro taught us to, quote, think differently. He was a fierce advocate for farmers and producers from New York, and we will miss having him behind the dais. I can't forget my friends on the other side of the aisle either. The Agriculture Committee has a rich history of bipartisanship that started way long before my chairmanship and will hopefully continue long into the future. Congresswoman Caraveo from Colorado's 8th District, Congresswoman Slotkin from Michigan's 7th District, and Congresswoman Spanberger from Virginia's 7th District are bidding farewell to the Agriculture Committee. Each represented their diverse communities with distinction on our committee, and I want to wish them, each of them, the very best. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge my friend and brother in Christ, current ranking member, the gentleman from Georgia, David Scott, who's not retiring, rather is stepping down as ranking member. Since 2002, Congressman Scott has led the Democrats on the Agriculture Committee with distinction. Agriculture really isn't and never should be a partisan issue. In fact, it is one of the few that still unites members from very different political backgrounds. I'm proud of the fact that we have been able to find common ground on so many issues over the years. I look forward to continuing to work across the aisle with Mr. Scott and thank him for his service to the Agriculture Committee. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank all of our colleagues for their contributions to American agriculture and wish them good luck in the next chapter. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back